Hey, good morning. We're just getting breakfast right now before we head onto the coach and head to our next country/location.
Why isn't it blowing?
Look harder.
That's cool.
Actually, not a bird. I was like.
Room tour. Okay, so right when you walk into the door, get the bathroom. Fancy. And then we have a mirror, some storage, lots of storage. And then this is what the room looks like. 3 beds, a little desk, and a TV. Oh, what's the view? Oh yeah, nice.
Love the wall.
Love the boat. Hello.
In 95 there was an earthquake here in the city and they rebuilt it and they put the dragons. There are 2 legends, okay? The first one was that a Greek soldier called Jason. He came here to Slovenia and he took the fleece from the king, okay? And he stole it and he ran with his lover here. And they stayed here, but there was a dragon around and they decided to kill the dragon and then started to use the image of the dragon as their symbol.
There's eggs in here. Vending machine. Interesting.
What is?
After the earthquake, they had to do more renovation, and because of that, it also has different styles, okay? When it comes to this door, all of these bronze statues were asked to be built by John Paul II, my favorite pope. And the doorknob is golden because, as usual, when you see statues that have a golden part, that means it's the place where people rub for good luck. So, if anyone wants to rub, you can. Just another thing I want to point out, the dome on top, I don't know if you can see it right now, but the dome on top was not here initially, was just a dome painted on an arch, okay? But then eventually they did it in 1840, which was not a great idea because the earthquake happened right after, some decades after, but it's still standing till now. Obviously they did a bit of a reconstruction, but this is the main cathedral, okay guys?
Yeah.
Good. I get very cold. There you go.
Careful, oh my gosh. I had so much fun exploring the city, and I'm so tired, so I'm so excited to go to bed. Y'all will see me tomorrow. Morning. On to breakfast. Just put our stuff on the bus, and yeah, heading over. Oh, there's a little fire. Wait, stop. That's nice.
Yeah.
So cute.
I miss my cat so much.
Oh. Ah. Thanks so much. Appreciate it. Very tasty. Hi. You're so cute. And then Kiki, our trip manager, brought us to Suso, which was a gelato place and one of her favorites in Venice. And there were so many flavors, but I really love a pistachio gelato moment, so that's exactly what I got. And it was so good.
Yeah.
I do remember seeing at one of these stores.
After the gondola rides, we met up here because everyone wanted their $5 Aperol spritzes, limoncellos, and bellinis.
Hello, Bellini. We were at the bar.
And then this tour group just came up to us and started taking our photos and videos. It was so funny. Like, we were just waving at them, but we were like, what's going on? But it was funny. So everyone's on their, like, 5th Aperol spritz. But I'm gonna try and find a geocache because I want to hit the Italy geocache. Just in case I don't have time tomorrow, or tomorrow in Rome. So I've been led down this alley, and the hint is that it's magnetic, so I'll give it a shot. Okay, so I tried looking everywhere, couldn't find it, and then I decided to kind of maybe walk outside. And so I was walking and I found these holes, and because the hint is that it's magnetic, I just started looking around, and yep. It's right there. geocache number 1 in Italy.
I want to use a flag, a sign. It's not a plastic booking tool. That's it, you know. So try to follow me without getting lost. Andiamo?
Yeah.
Andiamo, please. Let's go.
Our first dish was whipped salted cod served on bread.
Cheers. You don't like it, though? That's so good. Have more?
It's good. Our second dish was this. I can't remember what it's called, but it was like raw zucchini on toast with some cheese, and I've never had raw zucchini before. It was delicious.
Memories won't go. Memories won't go. Sorry.
So these ones?
So boring. It's gluten free, right?
No.
Gluten free. Ah, okay.
Yeah, so one for you and one for you.
What is it? It's good.
Arancini. It's rice.
Yeah.
And minced meat usually fried. So they just make it together and they make a big bowl and they fry it.
It's really good. And then the fourth thing we tried was a sandwich. It was really good. It had like turkey and cranberry sauce in it, but they piled it really thick in the middle, and then there was no crust on the bread, but it was very soft and really good. Yeah, it tastes like Thanksgiving. Yeah. Very tasty.
I've not been so happy in so long. I hope you guys realize how much like impact you have in my life. Because this is my day-to-day life, and you being you and making me happy makes me so happy. Otherwise, I'll be the most miserable person on earth. That is true. That is true.
Well, I'm gonna
Little
get ice
things.
cream.
The little things every day make me happy.
And then we had an in-depth discussion on whether we would marry, kill potatoes, pasta, or rice. And a bunch of people said they would marry pasta or potatoes. And Kiki was like, you're wrong, you should marry rice.
Nasi goreng, curries, biryani, paella, risotto, Korean beef bowls, chili, sushi, and even onigiri. Each dish highlights how rice can be anything from a side to the main. But rice isn't just savory. Desserts like mochi, mango sticky rice, and rice pudding all prove that rice can satisfy your sweet tooth just as easily as it can deliver a savory meal. Now pasta is who you fuck. It's good, no doubt about that, but when you compare the variety of pasta, just doesn't measure up. Sure, you can whip a killer carbonara or a comforting bowl of mac and cheese, but pasta lacks the global adaptability and sheer range of rice. While you might love pasta, it's more of a fling, fun, enjoyable, but not something you'd want to every day for the rest of your life. And then we have potatoes. Honestly, they're just a bit shit. Gnocchi, sure, it's nice, but you could live without it. Gratin, hash browns, French fries, they're all side dishes, but not the main event. And mashed potatoes, that's just hospital food or baby food. So when it comes down to it, rice is the clear winner. It's the food you can marry, rely on, and enjoy in countless forms. Pasta might be a fun fling, and potatoes, well, they're not even in the running. This was not me, it was a traveler of mine that had a very long thought about it and wrote a whole text about it.
And you agree?
I agree, 100%.
It's 9:15, and we're all gathered here in the square, getting ready to get back on that boat and head to our hostel. But I already hit 20,000 steps today, lots of walking, and we've been out this whole entire time. Haven't even gotten to the hostel yet, so I'm feeling pretty tired from not having like the best sleep last night. But yeah, excited to go to bed.
Let's get it. Yeah, I know that.
Great.
Yeah, do your thing. Yeah, there's a bidet in there. So interesting. Yeah. Fancy.
You glad it could be clear all the sand? I can't believe it. Well, after that, he was just like, oh yeah, sand. And he just kept.
There was actually a dance party going on downstairs, so I was really hoping to get a good night's sleep, put some earplugs in, and hoped for the best. But y'all will see me tomorrow for day 8. Good morning. It is the second last day of the trip, and everyone has been sick this whole time, and so I feel like me and Carrie did pretty good with like not getting sick. Unfortunately, we were both feeling it a little bit. I feel like I sound worse than I feel. Last night was actually a lot better in terms of sleep. So yeah, so even though I don't sound very good, my throat feels a lot better. Anyways, we just had breakfast and then we're about to head on the bus and head to Rome. Yay! This was a rest stop in Italy, and there was actually so much food. They had like pizza and sandwiches and snacks, and it was very fancy. I got this sandwich and these chips. It had this coupon for Gardaland, which is an amusement park in Italy, but as you can see, my sandwich is as big as my face, and it had prosciutto, basil, mozzarella, and tomatoes, and it was really tasty. And then my chips were actually barbecue flavored, but they tasted exactly like Bugles, and I love Bugles, so it was great. Amazing.
But here in Rome, there are some sites I highly recommend you. The Fontana Barcaccia, which is one.
And this is the room tour. Our room was pretty nice. There were 6 of us in a room. And I didn't show the bathroom because every time I tried to record something, someone was in there. The only thing that we didn't love was that the bathroom smelled kind of mildewy. But otherwise, everything was clean and comfortable. And then this is our view to the outside, just to the street, but love the sounds of Italy. But now we're heading to a pasta making class, which I'm really excited about because I'm also very hungry, but I've never made pasta from scratch before.
For the next couple of hours. Yeah, your grandma, because that's the one that teach me how to make pasta. We will mix flour and eggs into pasta dough, and then we will produce from our dough linguine, fettuccine, pappardelle, tortellini, and ravioli. I will show you how to make pretty much all of the pastas. Then I will ask you to prove me that you absorb the knowledge by producing some pasta. I will ask you to produce at least a tortellino, a raviolo, or some noodles. Your first glass of wine.
You know, if they become too dry, then you will have a lumpy dough. You don't want to have that.
Okay.
All right.
So you're ready to go?
Eat it right now. What exactly is it?
So, with you pinch
Isn't my pasta so cool? I was so proud of myself. But then the chef made us food, so we had gnocchi with pesto, and then a tagliatelle with meat sauce and tomatoes, and then homemade strawberry and lime gelato, which was so good. I fell asleep right after this. You'll see me tomorrow for day 9. Good morning. We're on our way to breakfast. We have our little breakfast voucher, and we're also checking out at the same time, because we're leaving tomorrow morning. This was probably one of the sadder breakfasts we've seen on the trip, just because they didn't have much, but also like they had bread but no spread, you know? So I just had tea with dry bread and that was it. There we go. Italy's known for their pickpockets, so we were warned to keep track of all of our things. And then when we got onto the train, as a joke, Kiki was like, "Attenzione, pickpocket!" And then this small group by the door looked immediately terrified and then ran out the door, so I guess it wasn't a joke. What I've learned on this tour is that Gladiator the movie is very inaccurate. Oh yeah, look! Because he sent... We just got back to the hostel and we took the bus to get here, and there was like 2 people fighting in Italian, just like so loud, and we were like, oh, but then the lady behind us was trying to like translate it for us, so that was even funnier. But apparently they knew each other, so whatever they were fighting about, it was between friends apparently. Anyways, we're back at the hostel. Again, gonna take a little bit of a rest before we go out for girl dinner. It's gonna be dinner with just the girls. But yeah. Anyways, lots of walking today. So excited to sit down. So this is my new room. I actually ended up booking a 6-girl bunk bedroom, but then they switched me to a 4. But yeah, this is what it looks like. So right when you enter, on the right is the bathroom. Cool. Bidet and a shower. And then we have the 4 bunk beds here. Little desk and a mirror. And then lockers. And then that's the view. Cool. I just met 2 of my roommates. They seem fun. One is from the UK and then one of them is from Argentina. But I'm just gonna chill and probably take a little nap before girls' dinner. This is where I fell ill like a frail Victorian child. Could have been the pizza or the Colosseum water. Needless to say, I missed girls' dinner and thus began the long night of fighting for my life. I'm not sure how I survived, but I did. I had to take 1 train and 2 flights back home to Vancouver, and I had food poisoning the night before I started my period, as well as my flu, whatever I had, got worse. And so I was wearing masks on the plane and doing my best to stay hydrated and eat as much as I could, but nothing was really staying down. Anyways, it was a okay trip for the most part, ended kind of in a bad way, but I was very excited to see this waterfall because it means that I am home. And then after this, my sister picked me up from the airport and I just went straight to bed. I was sick for about a month. It was actually crazy. It was like a full body rash, lost my voice for 3 weeks, really bad cough, couldn't breathe, really bad phlegm. Went to the doctor, they prescribed me medication. I took the medication, it helped for a little bit and then got worse. It was this whole thing. Anyways, 2 months after the trip, I'm doing fine. Yeah, it just took a lot for me to like recover, you know, because I feel like the trip was so much anyway, but then the end of that trip was just crazy. So anyway, yay for healthy me. I did want to show you all the magnets that I got from my trip because every time I go to a new country, I like to collect magnets. So from Vienna, I have this one. Next is Krakow, Poland. And then I think we went to Budapest. And then Ljubljana. And last but not least, Rome, Italy. If you made it this far, thank you so much for watching. I am going on another trip next month and vlogging it. It's a little closer to home though, so not Europe. But yeah, stay tuned for that. You will see me on the internet somewhere. All right, stay sweet. Bye.